no Thanksgiving songs. There are in Bob's Burgers. Pass the cranberry sauce, we're having mashed potatoes. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there. Everyone's thinking, everyone's something. The whole world's thinking you. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackenzie and today we are doing something kind of fun. I hope it's fun. We're gonna be doing a Thanksgiving book tag. So I'm calling it the Thanksgiving book tag, but what I've really done is I've taken questions from two different tags. From the Booktube Gratitude Tag and also the Giving Thanks book tag. So Thanksgiving is tomorrow, girlfriend. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I'm here to be grateful and to be thankful for a lot of things. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for you watching this video here. I'm grateful for anyone who watches these videos, anyone who finds me on Instagram, anyone who comments. I am grateful for the outlets that I have for my creativity, and that those outlets also let me communicate and connect with people who are of the same interest as me. Super, super fun. Really like that. It's probably the best part about this year was me actually engaging and being part of a community and actively participating in that community. I've only ever watched communities develop and converse, and so it's really nice now to be an active part of it. The first four questions are from the Booktube Gratitude Tag. So these questions are more about being thankful for the community that we have and the different creators that are on this platform. Question number one is, which booktuber has your favorite aesthetic? And it's funny because my aesthetic is Dragon's Nest. We basically have a bunch of collection, and we basically have a lot of collection, and none of it really matches or makes sense. I mean, I definitely have like a favorite color, but like everything is kind of just here. I have a lot of things. I collect a lot of things, but my favorite aesthetic to look at is a minimalist aesthetic because I know I'll never be there. I know it's just never going to be reality for me, so I like to look at what other people are doing. Booktubers who have my favorite minimalist aesthetic are Joel at FictionalFates and Lenora from TheBookLeo. Both of them have a very crisp minimalist style. So very muted colors, mainly browns and earthy tones. But yeah, I just love their videos because of their aesthetic and because I know I will never be there. Question number two, which booktuber do you watch just for their personality? And I mean, I like everyone's personality that I watch, that's why I watch them, but I think particularly this would be Cindy from ReadWithCindy. She is so funny that it really doesn't matter to me what the video is about. It really doesn't. She put out a video about a book, a novella called Kissing the Coronavirus, and I was like, that is a silly novella. What did you have to say, Cindy? I need to know. Cindy's funny in that way that's unexpected, that she would say something that I hadn't thought of, or really I don't think anyone would have thought of, but it's so particularly funny. Question number three, what booktuber has my favorite reading vlogs? And I think I have a few. So my first original favorite of the reading vlog, gosh, it's hard because there are few of the booktubers that I watch that put out a consistent reading vlog, and others who do it on a varying time. Like Joel at FictionalFates, he'll do reading vlogs of book series, which are very fun for me to watch. Books with Leo also does reading vlogs. However, I'm not sure if they are consistent enough to be qualifying for this answer. What I would say is MerphyNapier did put out consistent reading vlogs, which were my favorite. However, she has since stopped putting out the weekly reading vlogs. So I guess my answer now would be OliviaReadsALatte. Her vlogs are juicy long, just like mine. And they're full and fun and cozy. These recent ones have been autumnal, so they've been very cozy. So they're very themed and really give off good vibes. The last question for this part of the tag, question number 4. The last question for this part of the tag is question number 4. Which booktuber is the best reviewer? And what they mean is, what book reviewer would you buy a book just based off of their review? And I would say 2. KateyFlowers does amazing reviews for nonfiction and books with representation, and so whenever I'm trying to find something outside of my comfort zone, I'll typically go to her book reviews or recommendations or even her wrap-ups and see what she really liked in that month and put those ones on my TBR. I would also say Kat from PaperbackDreams has amazing recommendations. She reads books in genres that I don't necessarily read either, mainly mystery, thrillers, scary, and horror. She has a few, I guess, biographies on there as well. So those two are probably my top favorite book reviewers, as well as they're very detailed. They know exactly what they're trying to say. I'm envious, but they can get across the point to me very well, and I trust them. The next 4 questions are going to be from the Giving Thanks book tag. So this one is more about being thankful from the books that you've read. So the first question in this part, question number 5. Name a book that you are grateful that you don't live in their world. I think that this one is obvious, Hunger Games for me, because with my luck, I would be in the worst area and be chosen as tribute and die. That sounds horrible. There's no part in that book where I'm like, wow, that sounds like I'd like to be there for a moment. Not at all once. There's anxiety and PTSD, like it's not fun. So Hunger Games made me very, very grateful that I live in my own world. Question number 6, a book that changed my perspective. And I've been wrestling with this question for a few days. I've been wanting to try and figure out, I guess, what the question meant. And I guess I was thinking about it just a little bit too hard. My answer to this is Rabbit and Robot by Andrew Smith. This book has a 16-year-old male protagonist, and it's told through his main point of view, and basically what the story is about that made me change my perspective was really just about humanity and what it means to be alive and what it means to be human and what those experiences amount to and that amalgamation that becomes a human afterwards. I wasn't sure if I was going to like because of the protagonist, and I was really thrilled with the direction it was taking because it became much more philosophical as the book was going on. Even though it was still telling the story it was telling, it had no trouble slipping in to a little bit of a philosophical tone and some themes there. It was really cool. Question number 7, a book that made you laugh out loud just like your drunk Uncle Earl at Thanksgiving dinner. I would have to say A Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I did not expect that book to make me laugh at all. It was supposed to be, no it was definitely a thriller. It was a slow burn, but it had no problem making me laugh at all. And the first 5 chapters are full of the giggles, okay? Full of them. Loved it. And finally, question number 8, a book that made you mad, just like your drunk Uncle Earl at Thanksgiving dinner. And the book that I'm going to say I loved. I love this book. Where Do You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. Oh my goodness, this book was amazing. Absolutely amazing. What made me so angry was the fact that poor Bernadette was being thrown the worst parts of life, right? Like, her husband was an emotionally distant man, and then he begins cheating on her, and then gaslighting her, and then tries to put her into a mental facility against her will, and it's crazy. It's crazy. That book really is just about what it's like when you don't have a support system, when you are being dealt a bad hand and no one's there to support you. And it's told through not Bernadette's perspective. It's rough. It's very rough. It's rough to hear about people being cruel to other people through an abuser's point of view. And it was one of those books that really shook me. and I think about it all the time. Where'd You Go, Bernadette? It was very, very good. It was very sad, but it was full of hope. And it was really, really sweet. Because at the center of this poor woman's life falling apart is her beautiful daughter, who is there, being there for her as much as she can without knowledge and information. And it is very, very sweet story. If you haven't read it, I recommend it. I'm not watching the movie. The book is better. I don't need it. I don't need the movie. The book was enough for me. Since that was kind of a sad question, I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit more. Make sure we end on a happy note. Thanksgiving is all about being grateful and being thankful for what you have and what you can control, because a lot of things aren't in our control ever. What I can be thankful for and what I can be grateful for that are in my control is the amount of time and effort that I put into being creative and creating things that the world can enjoy and that my community can enjoy. I very much enjoy doing these videos and posting on Instagram and talking about books, and now that I have a community that can engage with me as I read along, it's so fun and it's so fulfilling, and it is something that I'm very, very grateful for. It's new to me this year, and I'm really glad that it came, that I did it, that I had the courage to actually put myself out there and be witnessed by the world as I spewed an opinion that was not everyone's opinion. So I'm really grateful that I have this platform, that I have you all who watch, and that I'm able to be creative. So I want to thank you personally for watching this video, and I hope you personally have a great Thanksgiving and a great rest of your day and a great week, and I hope you have a safe holiday. Have a good one.